Here's a 2-minute recap about what happened in markets March 10th, 2025. And this is FEPO for entertainment purposes only. On Sunday, President Trump told everybody that that we asked about a recession, and he said he didn't respond to the recession, but said that we were in a period of transition. And then he also kind of said that period of transition might be a recession. That, along with a bunch of other tariffs that he's implementing, uncertainty with those, China adding tariffs, means that the S&P opened up huge, down 2%, and then got as low as 555.60, which is 3.5%. Then right at 3.5%, we said, you know what? Nobody gets us more than 3.5% losses in one day on the SPY, and we rallied back up to 560. This marks the day that SPY and pretty much everything else in the market is now officially back down to pre-election levels, most notably Tesla. Tesla hitting its all-time high on December 17th of 2024, right around when it was announced that Elon was going to lead Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. Tesla hit 480. It's now at 222, which is more than a 50% loss. So that is the 2 minutes of what happened today, March 10th, 2025 in the stock market. And if you like that, like and subscribe. Come check us out on Twitch. We got a cool little bot that says things too. Check it out.
SPI's down, probably inflation fears, interest rate hikes, or just classic market jitters. Check the news, folks. Always a wild ride.
See, he gets it. Pretty fun stuff. So anyway, that is the 2 minutes on everything that was going on today. Trump basically just said, yeah, we may get a recession, very casually. And that really shook everybody. Yeah, when we look at these election levels here, there is the election, 11-4, opened at 571, and yeah, last Friday it closed at 575, and now we opened today at 560. We opened today at 567. So over the weekend, there goes those election gains, and we're right back to where we were. Down 7.7% in a month. Dang, dude. These tariffs were a rough idea. So the AP brings out some interesting points. There was an expert that just said, I have an increasing feel we are into what may become known as the Trump recession. Blah, blah, blah. Trump seems comfortable with the uncertainty, saying that any financial pain is a disruption that will eventually lead to more factories relocating to the United States and stronger growth, which is ultimately why you do the tariffs. I've been saying that, you're a little worried about when you actually do the cost accounting on that. Is a 20% tariff enough to really offset everything? I'm not quite sure if that's the case. They might end up coming back and saying 20% doesn't offset building factories and hiring U.S. workers. And in that case, Trump would need to do more tariffs, and that would really hurt everything. So, but all the entertainment that we're looking at, all of my fun little graphs. So let's do a little emoji analysis. Today was just a bear day. There was a very small spike at the start of the day, but this was after a huge drop from Friday to open today. So bears immediately took hold, and just there was a few little corrections, and then as always, those last 30 minutes come in, and the bulls come back in just to kind of save it from slipping out anymore, and then you end right at 560, which is, I mean, right around the channel is trading for the day. Not really, but yeah, I mean, it's just the uncertain times we live in. Pretty rough. Um, so yeah, and then we can look at some of the trending symbols. They today was so red and so bad they actually, there we go. Tesla is getting absolutely bodied. DJT, Donald Trump's company, is also back down to below election levels. As I mentioned before, Tesla's back down to below election levels. Robinhood has been associated with crypto ever since their last earnings report. So Bitcoin sold off huge today, and so did Robinhood. Robinhood's selling off at almost a 3-time valuation of Bitcoin, 4 times even. Is there Oracle announces today? Let's see how they did. They're trending right now. They're down 4%, but they're up 5% after hours, so they probably beat. Good for them. Let's see. Dick's Sporting Goods. Want to see Dick's tomorrow. Dick's and Kohl's are retailers that we like to hear from. They're probably not going to have anything good to say, just like Walmart didn't have anything good to say, Target and Best Buy had nothing good to say, and Costco had nothing good to say over the last 2 weeks. So Kohl's and Dick's are probably also going to not have anything good to say. Dick's does weird stuff though, so it might surprise us here. And they've been on a tear recently. So, but yeah, you can kind of see over the last couple weeks where their peers, Walmart, Target, everybody who's just a major retailer reports and they go down. So, Dick's coming out. Kohl's should be interesting. Fuel Cell is a meme stock. I don't know. But memes for meme's sake, right? Hey, thanks for the fall. Not much, just looking at the stock market today. And it was a brutal day indeed. But I mean, we rallied 1% from the bottom, so there's still hope. We haven't totally given up hope yet. So let's see what other interesting things, earnings reports do we have this week? Nothing really. We're at the tail end of it, so maybe American Eagle. Adobe is interesting. Uh, I'm into all the stocks, but lately I actually got a like tariff stocks that I've been recommending that we can look at for my entertainment purposes. One sec, I just gotta find it. Just showing people different things about stock markets, and I also do AI and play video games. But yeah, I stare at graphs all day, so I might as well talk about it, right? So this has been my tariff portfolio. TSM, I think, is a really big winner here, because that's Taiwan Semiconductors, and they make all the chips for everything, right? So TSM makes chips for Nvidia. They make chips for Apple. They make chips for AMD. So when you give them tariffs, TSM gets to increase their prices. First three are all, or first four are all Chinese companies. Baba is Alibaba. They are like the Amazon of China. PDD is Temu. So pretty much everything you buy off Amazon is from PDD. Um, LI is an electric car company out of China. The theory being that like as Tesla loses its value, I think those electric cars need to go. The value for Teslas needs to go somewhere, and I think that goes to Chinese EVs that can make it cheaper, and they have a bigger addressable market. Um, Mostly like Tesla's really soured in Europe lately, and I think that Chinese EVs kind of take that over. Um, NBEV, ENB is Enbridge. That's a Canadian oil company. I think the Canadian oil company play is very interesting just because Enbridge has facilities in the United States and Canada. So Canada puts tariffs on Enbridge going to Canada, and then the US puts tariffs on Enbridge coming down to the United States, so they get both sides. And the United States is like 60%. A year and a half. I took a very long break over the summer. I've been doing this for a couple weeks, so. And I've only done, this is probably like my third or fourth FEPO show. Yeah. I also think Ford and GM do really well just because they get tariffed like a bunch of times back and forth as they make parts. Um, that's the reason that it's not a lot of the tariff portfolio is just because it's weird, but they're gonna charge a lot over the course of all this time. So we could actually update this too. But yeah, I think I'm more big on the TSM Baba plays. This is gonna be rough for a little bit here. I made this on Friday. Been preaching it since January, and then I made it on Friday, and now I'm gonna look like an idiot, but that's okay. It's all about time in. And just the belief that your ideas and your research was good when you did it. Nobody's going to be green today. Oh my God, Enbridge rallied. The Canadian oil company doesn't care. Gas prices are going up, and so are they. We did it, Reddit. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. Sure. So for our first day, down 3%, just like the rest of the market. We're pretty tech heavy too, so the fact that there was anything green was nice. Ford and GM, we take those. See, the most counterintuitive ones, right? Kind of make the least sense.
TSM is Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, a major fab for chips. It's crucial for tech, powering everything from smartphones to CPUs. Apes love it for its growth potential.
Nice. My bot still works. Yeah, for sure. I'll check it out. Thank you very much. Give that a slight red. Where were we? Oh yeah, and then Friday, LI. We were just talking about LI, weren't we? I got really big hopes for LI. I just think that this thing is awesome. This is that Chinese EV play that we've been looking at for a while, that my boy Money Meat was looking at. He says he likes it because they make both style cars, EVs and gas, and they look awesome. So we like those. We like those a lot. Back in its meme heydays, it likes to go up to like the 50s area, and we're about that time frame too. Right around May, every May or so, every summer it likes to spike right after the Chinese New Year, which is right where we're at. So I think this is an awesome play. We'll update the stock portfolio after. Then let's. Yeah, so today there was no economics stuff scheduled. Tomorrow we're going to hear about the optimism index. I would be amazed if there was a lot of optimism. And I'm pretty sure Trump just shut down this reporting group. So, job openings, 30 minutes after market open. It'll be interesting. That number hasn't been varying that much. There's been a few surprises here and there, but like if this goes in above 10, that would be really bad. But the big day, I think, is going to be Wednesday. CPI, that's inflation. Year over year, core CPI, all the inflation that we're looking for. If these numbers are above 3, that's going to be painful. But once again, I think Trump changed how that number is calculated, or fired the people calculating the number. The FEPO, which reports GDP, they basically just disbanded the committees. And so our GDP data is going to be weird. The Bureau of BEAAC, was that what we're looking for? No. Yeah. Well, they're changing how they're calculating GDP, which is a factor of CPI. Or is CPI a factor of GDP? Not 100% sure on that one. Either way, earning, the interesting thing coming up is going to be LI, and then we want to see these retail guys, Coles and Dick. Most of it's just wait and see. I think Wednesday's going to be interesting. The whole week might be interesting just on these reports, but Wednesday should be interesting. As if today wasn't interesting enough. LI should be really interesting come the end of the week. So, yeah. But yeah, the trends that have been happening lately where, we just have this bear boy all day long, and then in the last 30 minutes the bulls show up. They just and then they rip. That's sick.